What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do. We're on the jam session. We cook up every single game, every single day. Money making Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Last night, we got back on track and we absolutely kicked the crap out of the books, man. Back to regular scheduled programming. 4-1 officially here on the jam session. The only one we missed was that Wizards. Told y'all yesterday, though, hated that game. We smashed our NBA player today with the Toronto Raptors. Man, they had us worried in that first half. Second half, they locked in and did what they were supposed to do. They've been dominant at home recently. Shut out the Raptors. The Nuggets also handled business against the Sixers. Those were our two premiums last night. So just looking to keep the momentum rolling forward into this money-making Wednesday. This is going to be another rapid-fire episode. I'm having surgery here in a couple hours on my wisdom teeth. Because of that, I may or may not be here over the next couple days. Just be on the lookout. If I'm feeling good, well enough to talk, I'll be here. If I can't, then we'll see what happens. But Money Making Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, let's do what we do. Let's continue to keep the momentum rolling forward. Let's get hot, man, and let's make some money tonight. Without further ado, man, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. First game on the board. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves laying 2.5 points on my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. Mavs been free falling. Doesn't take a genius to see that. They've lost 4 of their last 5. Minnesota's been struggling in their own right. They've lost 3 of their last 4. Minnesota won the last meeting 105-99 in Dallas on Christmas Day. Because of that, I'm leaning on my spots. I'm leaning on my situations. Bounce back game at home. That also happens to be a revenge game. I'm on the Dallas Mavericks plus the points in my back pocket. They beat the Timberwolves first game of the season, 121-14. Again, Minnesota bounced back and won the next one, 105-99. I think Dallas gets some revenge. I do. I don't trust Minnesota laying points on the road. I just don't. For as much as people want to harp on how bad the Mavs are, look how bad the Timberwolves are. And the Mavs have an excuse. The Mavs have been missing their best player, a top 2 player, in my opinion, in the league for an extended amount of time, and still have a better record than the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have been healthy the majority of the season. So, I like the spot for Dallas. Bounce back spot at home. That also happens to be a revenge game. Just to play on the spot, play on the situation. I'll grab the points and or attack outright money line with the Dallas Mavericks. We keep it rolling. We head over to Atlanta, where the Hawks are laying 2.5 points on the Detroit Pistons. These are the games the Hawks struggle. It is a decent spot for them. Bounce back game at home. That also happens to be a revenge game, as they lost to Detroit earlier this season, 122-121 in Detroit on the 8th of November. I don't trust the Hawks laying points against mediocre teams. Only way I trust the Hawks is when they're playing good teams and they're in that underdog role. That's where the Hawks have been profitable this season. The reason they've been one of the worst ATS teams the last couple seasons are spots like this. I like what I'm seeing from Detroit. Detroit has played some great basketball recently. These two teams, I think, are neck and neck even. This is a legitimate 50-50 game, and in that game, I want the points in my back pocket or an attack on the outright money line. I'm on Detroit here. I don't trust Atlanta in these style games. Keep it rolling. We head over to Brooklyn, where the Nets are 11.5-point home dogs with the Phoenix Suns rolling in. Phoenix, terrible from an ATS standpoint. We're definitely not laying double digits on the road with Phoenix. Brooklyn, this team, they fought hard in their last game against the Knicks last night. They are on the back end of a back-to-back. No travel, though. They're still at home. And if they play anything remotely close to how they played last night, then I think we're fine. We should be just fine with the points in our pocket with Brooklyn. It's mainly a fate of Phoenix. Phoenix has been terrible from an ATS standpoint the last 2 seasons. Phoenix is only covering in like 35% of their games last 2 seasons combined. This team is headed for a blow-up sooner rather than later. Not a sexy spot to be laying double digits on the road with Phoenix. I'm going to grab the points in my back pocket with the Brooklyn Nets. We head over to Houston, where the Rockets are 3.5-point home dogs with the Cleveland Cavs rolling in. I'm on Houston. Houston, we have a problem. The Rockets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Shout out Cleveland, man. Cleveland been balling this season, but their injury report is concerning. Evan Mobley's out tonight. Karis LeVert, game time decision. Isaac Okoro is out. I'm on Houston and Houston. Y'all know me. I bet Houston in Houston over the last couple seasons. This is where they play their better basketball, their best basketball. Cleveland, at this current point of the season, solid team. I think from a talent and work ethic standpoint, they're a top 4 team in the NBA. But that doesn't mean they're going to win and cover in every spot and situation. And I don't like this spot for them. They feel overrated and overvalued. Nothing here tells me that they're over a bucket favored over the Rockets, who play really, really, really well at home. So I'm just going to grab the points in my back pocket and or attack the outright money line with Houston. In my opinion, this is another legitimate 50-50 game. And in that game, I want the points in my back pocket or attack the plus money, especially when the team that's in that situation, Houston, we love betting them at home anyway. So fading Cleveland in this spot. They just feel overrated and overvalued. Give me the Rockets. We head over to Memphis, where the Grizzlies are laying 12.5 points on the Charlotte Hornets. I'm going to lay it here with Memphis. I trust Memphis in Memphis. Charlotte has played some better basketball recently. They've won 4 of their last 5. Hats off to these boys. But I think today they get absolutely blitzed. I think they get ran over by Memphis. Memphis has been a really dominant ATS team this season. We trust them at home, at the crib. I think Charlotte kind of returns back to reality here. And I think Memphis wins this game by like 15 plus when it's all said and done. I'll lay the points here with the Memphis Grizzlies in this one. We head over to New Orleans, where the Pelicans are 5.5-point home dogs with the Milwaukee Bucks rolling in. For me, honestly, it's an outright pass. I rarely do that here on the jam session, but I'm definitely not laying 5.5 points with Milwaukee on the road. Y'all know we're not doing that. And on the flip side, New Orleans, well, I've only bet them like once or twice this season. These are 2 teams that have been on the do not bet list for majority of the season. Milwaukee is playing some better basketball. They won 4 straight. New Orleans is playing some better basketball. They've won 4 straight. They're both in a fade spot, honestly, for me personally. That's why it's just a pass. Forced to play the game. I would lean towards Milwaukee, but I can't, with good faith, lay 5.5 points on the road with Milwaukee. I can't. So, forced to play it, I lean Milwaukee. In all honesty, though, it's an outright pass. Both teams are in a fade spot. I really want to fade both of them. Somebody's got to win and cover, though. I'll just leave this one alone. We keep it rolling. We head over to Oklahoma City, where the Thunder Buddies are laying 17.5 points on the Utah Jazz. Man, the Jazz, man, I think they get ran over again. I think the Oklahoma City Thunder kicked the crap out of Utah here. We saw them do it earlier in December, on the 3rd of December, 133-106 in Oklahoma City was the final score. We're probably looking at something eerily similar to that. Thunder Buddies, our favorite money-making team. We trust this team with our life. We have no reason to even look in the direction of Utah in this one. No need to overcomplicate it. I'm on the Thunder. Trust them, especially at home. And these are the spots where they usually kick the crap out of bad teams. Line 17.5 for a reason. I'm laying it. We head over to Sacramento, where the Kings are laying 7.5 points on the Golden State Warriors. Keep an eye on the injury report for this one. Draymond Green out, Kuminga out, Kyle Anderson out, and Podziemski out for the Warriors. Look like Curry's going to give it a go. The Kings, they've been playing better basketball recently since firing Mike Brown. They've won 4 of their last 5, beat Boston, Chicago, Houston, Washington. Their loss came to Milwaukee on the road. They did beat up on Golden State earlier this month. In Golden State, final score was 129-99. Forced to play the game, I would lean towards Golden State plus the points. I feel like Golden State, 9 times out of 10, plays Sacramento extremely tough. Revenge game here as well. I'm going to lean towards Golden State. Golden State, over the last couple seasons, they've been a much better road ATS team than they have been at home. Still not looking to lay extended numbers with Sacramento. Sacramento, they have played well recently, but they're starting to enter that realm of overrated, overvalued, and I think we're going to get the value back on the other side of this team here really soon. So I understand why the line is where it's at right now. The Warriors have been free-falling over the last month or so, and the Kings have played the better basketball over the last month or so. Still doesn't warrant laying 7.5 with Sacramento, in my mind, in my opinion. Small lean on the Golden State Warriors plus the points in this one. Last and final game of the night. Got the Boston Celtics out on the road facing the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers got aired out by Boston earlier this year, 126-94 in Boston. Keep an eye on the injury report for this game. Kawhi Leonard is out for the Clippers. James Harden, game time decision. Norman Powell, game time decision. Fourth quarter yelling, why the fuck Batum in? Nicholas Batum, game time decision. And Chris Dunn, also game time decision for the Clippers. Clippers injury report is ugly tonight. For Boston, Horford, Holiday, both game time decision as well. So this is a game you got to keep an eye on the injury report. I'm on the Clippers. Clippers have been one of the better home ATS teams this season. And it's just a play on the spot, play on the situation. Bounce back game at home that also happens to be a revenge game. Celtics also coming off a loss. Celtics coming off a win. We know the stat, how terrible they've been from an ATS standpoint following a win. Just a play on the spot, play on the situation. I'm on the Clippers in the bounce back spot at home that also happens to be a revenge game. And we're fading Boston from an ATS standpoint following a win. So give me the Clippers here on our last and final game of the night, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. Money Making Wednesday. I will be out the next couple of days getting my teeth pulled here in a couple of hours. So hopefully the recovery isn't too long. Hopefully I'll be right back to regular schedule programming for you, ladies and gentlemen. You can scoop up my NBA Player of the Day over at Pickdawgz Premium. I want to say we've hit 5 in a row. Looking for our 6th straight today. You can scoop that up. We smashed it last night with the Toronto Raptors. You can hop on something long-term. I did discount my weekly pass for you guys. You get every play for a week, every single sport. So you guys can scoop that up, or a 3-day pass. However you want to do it, you can do it over at Pickdawgz Premium, man. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward. Let's continue to do what we do. We just kick the crap out of the books. I appreciate all the kind messages, man. I appreciate all of y'all more than y'all know. See y'all in a couple days, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. I'm out of here. Peace.